At 4,554 pounds and a shorter length, this is not only half-ton towable, but frankly, pretty good for those bigger tow package SUVs that have shorter wheelbases. A 224 bunkhouse camp kitchen, no carpet, no slide, no nonsense. J-Flight rolling in here at Haylett RV with the industry's best 2+3 year warranty. Now, I say all the time how every RV is the best for a different reason. They all seem to have like 6, 7, or 8 out of 10 qualities that you're looking for. But that's why we carry so many different RVs here at Haylett RV, to help you find the one that has those 10 out of 10 qualities. You know, like for instance, this is carpetless. This has ventless flooring. It is easy cleaning, spill and kid friendly, pet friendly. A lot of handy qualities there. And if you look over at the camp side, the door has an extra large frosted glass window for some light to let through, which makes a little camper feel not so little. But also our kitchen and our bedside windows open for some awesome airflow. If you take a look at that bedside window, you can also see that it is fully framed out, and that gives those pleated nightshades something a little more substantial to bite into. This has an easy walk-around front bed. Now, the idea behind this RV is to be, you know, smaller, a little more affordable, but just, you know, solidly built. But for a little bit of privacy, you can see they do include a curtain that you can pull across the track there. Now, what's also smart is all of our lighting here on this side of the curtain operates on a single switch, which I think is really nice because this has a taller ceiling. This has a 6'9" ceiling in a class that has a lot of 6.5-foot tall ceilings. Catalina is also very good about the same size ceiling, but Catalina and J-Flight actually do a lot of the same things. They just do them with very different looks, you know? Now, all the lights on the opposite side of that curtain, they are independently switched, so that if you need to lay down, you need to start like taking a break, but you want someone needs to be back here with a light on for some reason, you can still have that separation. Also, while we're looking up here, did you notice that this is fully centralized air conditioning? That's very often either optional or simply not available in this price point within the RV market. Another neat thing Jayco does, though, is that all of their air vents can be closed and turned individually, which is just a really nice touch. The bed you can see here obviously has the, you know, hanging wardrobes on both sides. The mirrors help it look and feel larger. And you've got those wide open side stands. So if you're a claustrophobic kind of sleeper or something like that, or if you like to have your arm hanging off the bed, you have the space to do that here. There's storage below the bed. We'll see that as we step outside. Now, I want to take a look at the entertainment over here. I think most of the time someone's looking at an SLX level J-Flight like we're in. The idea is I want to sleep my family, I want to feed my family, and I want to go outside. But if you're looking for entertainment, it is very ready to go entertainment crazy. So you can see that TV bracket there above the window. That's fully removable and can go outside. So you can have kind of separate entertainment in different areas. But the entertainment unit itself over here, and sorry, I think I'm about to sneeze. Woo! Anyway, this thing. A lot of brands have gone to a Bluetooth stereo that has an HDMI input. And this is Bluetooth. It has HDMI, but it's also still DVD capable. And that's one of those things that a lot of brands have stopped doing. Also, you see that little wire snaking over here I've hooked up to the TV bracket? It's HDMI. So this is high def capable, and that's what's kind of cool. If you grab a little Roku stick or something like that, or if like, I stream a lot of media off my phone, I could set my phone in that pocket above the stereo, and they make those little phone to HDMI conversion plugs, and I could just be watching my Hulu or Netflix or whatever right off my phone up there, but still getting high def on a TV should I choose to add one. Big Dinette Overlook window right here. And once again, all the windows have pleated nightshades that'll pull down for privacy. The Dinette itself can fold down into a sleeper. There's also, if we peek down here between the seat and the tabletop, you can see a set of household outlets right there. That's a very underrated, easily missed, and highly valued feature. If you've ever been camping, you know that like that's a useful spot to have plugs. And one of the small, like you may have noticed, the decor inside and outside has been fully facelifted on these compared to last year. But it's not just brand new look, same great taste. They made some small but big impact improvements, like adding doors to the dinette bench ends right there so that you can get to that storage without having to tear everything apart. And speaking of storage, it's all pocket screwed, not stapled particle board, longer lasting. hardwood cabinet door frames, and you can see how between the dinette bench and that bathroom wall, you have a big, like, vertical pantry space right there. Now, as we turn around, we have sealed edge kitchen counters, and I like how they've recessed that stovetop to really help give us some pretty decent prep space. And the drawers here, what's nice is they're using plywood, not particle board. Again, a higher quality material offering that longer warranty. Well, maybe not offering, but helping support. And these drawers can actually extend further. I simply wanted to have some room to be able to walk around them. And it is nice they are full extension drawers with a nice space for a wastebasket right below the sink there. As we work our way up here, you go past what's basically a centralized command center. They just don't have it all hooked up into one command center, just individual switches, but same effect. And the taller ceiling does allow for a little bit taller cabinetry, which is kind of nice. As we work our way around here, I want to take a look at their bunks, because this is a class that very often has some pretty sparse or like skimpy bunk mattresses. And instead what you're going to find here are the exact same thickness and grade of bunk mats that you'd find all the way up in like a North Point luxury full-time rated fifth wheel bunkhouse. They are twice as thick as you normally get in this class. They're rated for more weight. This thing right here, I love this thing. They call it the dangler, which to me is funny, but because I'm a child, basically, that's why. But the idea here is Jayco rates all of their bunks the same. They're rated for 300 pounds per sleeping space. And that means that this upper double bunk has a 600-pound capacity. The handle up top is easy, makes it easier to get up and down. And they have lights and plugs for both bunks. We have USB plugs up here. We have household outlets below. And I mentioned this thing. I wanted to make sure you got a good look at it, though. It's at kind of a funky angle where it's a little bit tricky for me to incorporate this into a smooth transition within my tour, but you get the idea. Now, over here in the bathroom, the facilities in this bathroom, they are simple, basic, but effective. They get the job done. I like that taller ceiling, very handy for bigger folks like me. Now, the thing is, this is a very fluffy, folk-friendly shower. It's not just taller. It's got that full surround paneling, but look at the size of the shower pan on this. If you need a little kind of comfort seat, or if you need to get in there to help hose down the kids, it has a massive shower that is just, frankly, it's just really nice to not have your elbows bumping into everything. And if you notice, you can see gas struts on that bed to make lifting it easy, which reveals a massive, just cavernous pass-through storage compartment. You see that you have the same full-size extra wide and extra tall baggage doors on both sides of that. As we back up here, you see the optional stable step coming into view. That will help keep the kids from rocking and rolling and chitter-chattering your teeth to death as they roll in and out of here. The blue sticker right under those propane tanks, that is our location for a side mount solar prep plug. If you want to get off grid a little bit and want to keep your batteries kind of topped off, or if you have like a panel, a very small one you like to use as like a solar battery tender or something like that, obviously you're good to go there. So like all Jaycos, you have the industry's best-in-class warranty. I don't believe there is anyone else in this class offering a 2+3 warranty. And that's kind of one of the things. Jayco's had the longest RV warranty for several seasons, their 2-year coverage. But there were some brands that were offering in this 3-year structural thing, and some people are saying, well, what is that? Is that a 3-year warranty? Jayco said, no, it's not, but we're going to eliminate the confusion and just lump it all together. Now, take a look up front here. You see how the tongue, it's actually integrated into the A-frame. This has a custom engineered chassis like all J-Flights. And what that does is it allows the whole body of this RV to actually ride a little bit lower to the ground. 6 inches, as a matter of fact, since this is a 6-inch I-beam camper. And what that means is that we have the same full-size interior height with a reduced exterior height. That means lower center of towing gravity, lower overall clearance, less headwind, resistance, all kinds of good stuff. But you can see that we still have plenty of ground clearance. Now, while we're down here, you're taking a look at the optional enclosed underbelly on these SLXs, and you get a good little peek here at our best-in-class 87-mile-an-hour rated Goodyear Endurance radials that also happen to have a nice little galvanized steel wheel well above them. So God forbid you have a blowout, you literally have a metallic silver shielded lining to your otherwise rainy day. We are backup camera ready, and this has all LED tail and marker lights, which is nice, plus reverse travel lighting. You can see the little white segment built right into that taillight right there. If you are, shifting into reverse, just like the normal lights on your vehicle, that will flash up. And in this class, like more RVs are doing that, but in this class, it's not very common. On the left side above the tires, you also see a full outside hot, cold utility shower. Just another little nice thing you don't typically find at this price point. Kind of like the Underbelly, we've added the optional ladder on the back, and it's a really interesting conversation. I would like it if it had a bedspread in it. I think it would look nicer, but the fact is, for the cost of a bedspread, you can get a ladder on the back of this. And most people are just going to replace the bedspread anyway. Or for the cost of a bedspread, you could get an enclosed underbelly. So, as much as we would like it to look pretty, we are trying to be really smart about how we equip this thing. It's that smarter class kind of camper that I talk about from time to time. We want to make sure that it has all the good things. And someone thought they were being helpful, apparently, because I had this all staged up, and evidently that baggage door, they closed it. Maybe there was some kind of water dribbling on here off that rain spout I don't know about, and they were doing us a favor. Either way, before we get there, the water heater. This is a big improvement from the previous seasons. Like, you can see the silvery, exterior skin update on this. You can see some interior updates like those doors on the sides of the dinette. But what you don't obviously see is the fact that instead of a 6-gallon, let's see, this used to be a 6-gallon gas-only water heater. This is now 6-gallon gas and electric, simultaneous use fast recharge with automatic ignition water heater, just like the full J-Flights now. And they have done that across the board, even the little 7-foot wide SLXs. So they've enhanced that. Once again, whoever dropped this down for us, thank you for making sure that it's not going to get water dribbled and awful looking. But you can see the slide open camp kitchen here. They do a very good, very well featured low profile camp kitchen. You got a real sink with a real drain, by the way, not the dog dish with it is just almost all over the place. For this money, you're going to get a dog dish in most other campers. But instead we've got a real sink. The kitchenette that we're looking at here is gas strut stable, so that if you bump it, it's not going to go flying shut and knock stuff off your stovetop. The extra outside fridge combined with the inside fridge gives us some pretty good storage capacity. One of the things I want to do is I actually want to peek behind this. I want you to see what they're not expecting you to see. Jayco doesn't expect anybody buying a camper to look back there, but what you see is plywood. You don't see particle board. You don't see OSB. That's one of the cool things about the way Jayco handles their business. They're using a primary material all over the place. You're not, getting less quality material here just because this is a more basic series camper from Jayco. Again, that's what I mean by that smarter class. That's why this has the same warranty as like an Eagle fifth wheel, guys, and that's a literal fact. Same warranty as an Eagle fifth wheel. Consider that. Power awning that is easy tilt. And if you look up at the tops of the speaker arms, there's actually, I'm sorry, I just spoiled that, didn't I? Spoiler alert. If you look at the tops of the awning arms, there's actually speakers built into them so that when the awning's open, they point down at your campsite. And right under that kitchen window, you have that same removable TV bracket that we saw inside by the bedroom area. So you can actually use that in multiple locations around the camper. Ooh, that sun's coming out, which is a welcome thing because it's a frosty one this morning. Although filming on a frosty morning like this, it adds a little bit of that crystallized water vapor sparkle to the top of the roof here, and frankly, it looks pretty cool. So, polar white roof with a white AC shroud, that is going to help keep a lot of the hot air out of this camper, as long as we don't have our salesman breathing a lot of hot air into them. Hey! Anyway, you get the idea. But what I want to get up here is not, like you can see that's cool. But what's nice is that we're walking on plywood up here, and we're walking on thicker roof trusses, and that's stuff that you can't see. And those are reasons why Jaycos are never the least expensive RV in their category. They're just not. They're also not the lightest weight. Yet the J-Flight is the single most successful conventionally constructed RV in the history of camping. Not because they're cheaper, not because they're lighter, but because, arguably, they're better. At least more people have agreed with that. Now, there's tons of good campers. I mean, we have a lot of different things out here at Haylett RV. There's a couple Catalinas there in this class. You'd also find some Wildwoods and Cherokees. They're all really cool for different reasons. And that's why we put these videos together, to help you find the one that works for you. And you can see that we just have just a sea of inventory. We got 15 acres surrounding us here. We have more down the street. I mean, we have all kinds of opportunities for you here, guys. So whether it's big, small, or in between, economy to excitement, you know, basic to beautiful, whatever cute little phrase I happen to think of on a given day, we only do everything here at Haylett RV, with the exception of dealer fees. We just don't do hidden dealer fees. So if that sounds better to you, give us a call. I lost my train of thought there. It's cold. I think I'm going to go warm up. And with that, I wish you well and have a great day.